drivers from Seekonk who have decided to join us this weekend, and we are very glad that they have decided to spend their Saturday at the Speedbowl. We come up to speed, and out of the barrel in a hurry is Ray Reed. Ray Reed getting the jump. Martin got a shot from behind, and it is Martin. That might have propelled him to take over the lead. Two drivers who were ball and chain together. Turn number 4. They cross the line, and Martin is the first lap leader. As he didn't get as good a start as Ray Reed did, but he was able to finish the lap in a blaze of glory. Now as they romp around the corner, it is a 21. Peter Martin maintains his advantage. Trying to stay with him is Ray Reed. Scalia in 3rd, and now we have a ferocious battle for 4th and 5th. Benoit gets the upper hand there, and also in the middle of it is Mark Schaefer. Here comes the shaft. Remember, the 5th place finisher gets a $25 bonus. Martin being hounded, surrounded, confounded. Trouble for Ray Phillips, pointed in the wrong direction. He is able to get that car straightened out, but the yellow champion has already been crowned in the 3/4 midgets, even though this is a regular season race. And that is Ryan Tidwell, who has wrapped up the championship regardless of what happens tonight. Now it's happening in turn 4. Martin trying to gangbuster his way into the lead, and Ray Reed is right there with him. Keith Scalia and Mark Schaefer make up the 2nd row, and Schaefer moves into 3rd. Martin fighting it out. Two drivers who are body pierced together coming off the corner. And the leader is Peter Martin. Martin has the lead, but all over him, like antlers on a moose, is the number 87 of Ray Reed. And now Schaefer asserts himself, moving into the top 3. They fireball their way off the corner. The driver with the thickest vapor trail is Peter Martin. Reed is not quitting on the outside. Strong move on the inside by Mark Schaefer. Then it's Scalia in 4th. And in the 12 car, running 5th, John Mahoney. Then Dave Yardley behind him as they scorch their way into the corner. It is Martin out in front, and he is pulling away from Reed. Here comes Scalia to the outside. Scalia is very formidable in second halves of races, and he is able to swoosh his way around Reed. And it is Scalia in 2nd, Reed 3rd, Schaefer 4th, Mahoney 5th. Yardley is next, followed by Berg. Trouble for Pollard. He is out of the race. And Peter Martin leading by about a tree branch over the 8, over the 9 of Keith Scalia.
Scalia's a quick car, Matt. He likes that outside groove. That's how he's made his way to the 2nd spot.
And Peter Martin gets to the outside that time. Here comes the shaft. Mark Schaefer. He is trying to tap dance his way to the outside. To the Super X cars. And tomorrow we will be seeing Keith Scalia in a truck. So he'll be competing in the Mr. Reuter New England Pro Truck Series tomorrow. So another driver who is in 3 events during the finale. Right now, it all comes down to a double file restart. Advantage, Peter Martin. But here comes Scalia on the outside. Like Secretariat, it is Peter Martin on the inside as he tries to flash dance his way. Sparks are flying.
Yeah.
Things are getting out of control in turn 4. And it is Scalia taking over the lead by a teardrop over Peter Martin. Reed is fighting with Schaefer for 3rd, and 5th is Dave Yardley. Berg is 6th, Mahoney 7th, Benoit is 8th. Then we have the 41 of Massa in 9th. And trying to survive on the outside is Keith Scalia. And you were right, Blaze. That car is just as tough on the outside as it was on the inside.
I believe it is. See, now he'll dive down low once he's got some free air. But he still likes that outside groove, man.
And he is hanging it out there, trying to clear the 21. And what a tug of war between Mark Schaefer and Ray Reed. Schaefer with the advantage right now. But Ray Reed galloping his way inside of Schaefer. And it's Reed back into the top three.
And Scalia's got a lead by a car length, man. Or two cars.
Mark Schaefer got here late, Blaze, and I think he did not put in his transponder, and that's why we don't see that number 58 on the scoreboard.
Okay.
But he gets away from Reed. Reed with the stutter step. And Yardley is trying to follow him to the top three. Trouble for Mahoney.
Yeah, Mahoney blowing it up.
He is chain smoking in the middle of turns 1 and 2. So, predicament for Mahoney trying to get off the track. And here comes the leader, Keith Scalia, has plenty of room on the outside. Schaefer is able to bullet his way around the 87 of Reed, but can he keep it? Reed is tough in the corners, but Schaefer is able to send it in and maintain his third place position. Reed has to worry about the Wolfman. Dave Yardley. Also, Berg is moving up. Trouble for Brown as he goes into a skid on the front straightaway to bring out the yellow. A little Joey Chitwood action for the 75X of Brown for third and fourth between Mark Schaefer and Ray Reed. Two champions going at it. Ray Reed has a couple of Super X-Car championships, and Mark Schaefer won his championship this year. Remember, the fifth place finisher will get a $25 bonus from Shaft Motorsports. So we are ready to go back to work. Scalia with the getaway. Now here comes Schaefer trying to take second away from Peter Martin. He is on the verge of doing that, but Martin roars back. Reed in fourth, and Dave Yardley, the Wolfman, is starting to howl. Don Berg, the Iceman, is in the neighborhood, but your leader is Keith Scalia. Then it is Martin trying to pierce his way. Underneath is Mark Schaefer. As sitting in Martin's lap is Mark Schaefer. Schaefer has second, and all over him like frost on the rearview mirror is the number 58 of Mark Schaefer. And it is Schaefer who is able to dart his way into second with 5 laps to go. And Keith Scalia right now, Blaze, he has a healthy lead.
He does. Indeed he does, man. I believe with 5 laps to go, I think it's going to be all Keith Scalia.
And third place, there is a big question mark hanging over that. Here is Reed on the inside, Martin on the outside, and Ray Reed has taken over the position. He is back in the third. Problems for Phillips. The second time he has spun it. He did a little travel into the gravel, and he stays off the track. We stay under green. And I think Keith Scalia says, thank you very much, because he did not want a late restart against Mark Schaefer. Here comes Ray Reed. He tries to cannonball his way underneath Schaefer. Down to the final 2. The brightest blip on the radar screen is Keith Scalia. Then we have the 58 is Schaefer. On the inside is Ray Reed. Martin 4th. Then it's Don Berg 5th and Yardley 6th. And here comes Scalia. 1 lap away from a celebration. But second is still a crapshoot between Schaefer and Reed. Reed looking for room on the inside. Here comes Reed. He got a quarter of the way underneath Schaefer as they are able to bob and weave their way off of turn number 4. The freight train belongs to Keith Scalia to get the win. In second, Reed. Third, Schaefer. Fourth, Martin. Fifth, Berg. Yardley 6. Benoit Keith Scalia. And he still can go to the door at his advanced age, almost. Getting congratulated by his running mate, Mike Serluca. Another come-from-behind effort for you. What did you do in the second half of the season to dominate this division?
Just patience. Got to have a lot of patience getting through the field. Tonight we didn't have to come up as far. We started up front, so worked that outside. No one wants the outside. I love the outside.
And we made the point, Blaze, that during the race, your car was as good on the outside tonight as it was on the bottom groove.
Exactly. I mean, we set the car up to be on the outside, so when it handles that good on the bottom, it's a bonus.
Okay, it's time to roll the credits. Who would you like to acknowledge for getting you into victory lane?
All my family and crew, all my crew's family, they give up so much to be here with us. Nights at the shop, my sponsors, Cerrucci Automotive, Critical Signs, Jerry's Transmission, Pete Chalemi tunes the motor, James Saul's auto repair. No.
Okay, Keith Scalia has done it, getting a win in our special race and finishing in second, and I don't know how he was able to do it. A great finishing kick for Ray Reed. You had to drive the wheels off this car during the race.
Oh, definitely. It started giving me heck towards the middle of that race, but after the last caution, it kind of settled in a little bit. I think a few more laps and it could put some heat on possibly, but I want to thank my wife, Pete Parler, Buttermore Plumbing, Spikowski Lawn Care, my dad, my wife. I mean, this car is new to us and we're still learning.
Well, he's learned his lesson well because he finishes in second. And finishing in third is Mark Schaefer, talking to his fans, and hopefully he will talk to us. And I think that was 25 laps of hard racing. How were you able to survive it?
Luck, my crew, good racers with me that I can trust to run side by side with. I really got to thank Tom for just jumping in, just by Andy, my crew, Porter, Flip, Pat. Geez, I forget all of them. Billy T's Welding Fabrication, Joe Brockett, JSB Racing, Cooper's Balls, the tire store. I appreciate all the help through the season, guys. Thank you.
Okay, and Shaft Racing has given a $25 bonus to the fifth place finisher, and the man who gets that bonus is the Iceman, Don Berg. So, Don, I guess every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps, yeah.
And who would you like to give the credit for your fifth place finish to?
Tire store, Jay Stewart, my new motor by me, Don's Logging and Firewood, my daughter, my mother, my brother, everybody.
All the Bergs, and he will be back. So that is the situation.